Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders. Welcome back. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me. Always, always, always. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I always say, I know there's anything that you guys could be doing with your time, and the fact that you choose to spend a little bit of it with me, always appreciate it. All right. For those of you that have never been here before, my name is Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent with the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. The name of this channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. And it's called Paying It Forward because I share my knowledge, experience, and training that I received from the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit with you guys. And I focus mainly on slow speed motorcycle operation because that's really the skill that you need to acquire to actually know how to ride your motorcycle, to be able to make right turns, left turns, and U-turns, right, with confidence. So the goal of this channel primarily is to raise your confidence so that you won't even think twice about making right turns, left turns, and U-turns, to raise your confidence so that you can be a safer motorcycle rider, to raise your confidence so that you will be the boss of your motorcycle. That's the main goal of this channel. And that's always going to be done from a place of positivity and support. There's no judgment here. Nobody's going to make fun of you. You know, that's just not what this channel is about. So welcome to Preloader Nation. That's how we roll. Pun intended. Okay. And I also do product reviews on this channel. I do practice sessions on this channel. I do private lessons. That's not on this channel, but I also offer private lessons. And all of that information is in the description section. So if you're interested in any of that, all right, go to the description section. You can check that out. There's also a paid subscription, V.I.Preloaders. Okay, if you're interested in becoming a V.I.Preloader or you want more information on it, again, description section. There's links in there. Click on it and it'll help you out. Okay, so today's video is going to be a product review video, and I've been looking forward to doing this video for a while now. But first, I want to remind you guys, or if you're not aware, inform you that myself and John from Cycle Fanatics will be doing a meet and greet here in Pooler, Georgia. Okay, that's coming up. That's going to be on September 29th. It's going to be starting at 9 a.m. And yes, I'm aware that it's during the week, right? It's a weekday. So we understand that everybody's not going to be able to make that, and that's fine. But those of you that can make it, we look forward to meeting you and practicing with you. Now, I'll say this is for V.I.Preloaders and preloaders, okay? So if you're subscribed to this channel, you are a preloader. A lot of people are getting confused with what a preloader is. If you're subscribed to this channel, you are a preloader. Also, obviously, I know that you're dedicated to being proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation. Otherwise, why would you subscribe to this channel? If you are a paid subscriber, you're a V.I.Preloader, okay? So there is a difference, okay? All right, so if you're interested in coming out here and practicing and meeting, I should say, myself and John, again, that's going to be at 9 a.m. Send me an email to the email address on the upper right-hand corner of your screen and let me know that you want to either come and just do the meet and greet, or if you want to practice. If you want to practice with us, I'll send you a hold harmless agreement form. And once you get that back to me, I'll give you a reservation number. There are still slots left over for the practice session. I'm limiting that to 10 people, okay? But weather permitting, it's going to be a good time anyway. John from Cycle Fanatics, check out his channel. A lot of great content. We did a collaboration in Tennessee. If you guys didn't see those videos, and I'm talking about from myself and John from Cycle Fanatics, Barber CVO 19, Queen Sit, Rusty Bagger 24. If you haven't seen those videos, check them out, all right? John did not have a chance to, and Traveling Tall too. I gotta forget about that. He's the one that hosted that event. John didn't get a chance to practice with us. That was practice session number 25. If you didn't see that, check that out. Barber CVO 19 was able to participate in that practice session, but John had to hit the road. So he just happens to be, well, he's not really going to be in my neck of the woods. He's going to be close to my neck of the woods. And I use that word loosely, close. It's about 5 hours away. But he's going to take a trip down here so that we can do this. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, if you guys are interested, I just told you what to do. Do it. Send an email. Okay? Okay, so some of you are familiar with the last Jack comparison video that I did. I compared a Pittsburgh Jack from Harbor Freight with the Jack that I got from Amazon, which is an OTC Jack. I don't know much about that jack. I just know that I've had that jack about 2 years, and it's worked great. But that jack from Harbor Freight just looked great, right? I mean, it really looks nice. It looks professional until you get it, and then you realize that you got to hand pump it and lowering your motorcycle. Again, those of you that are familiar with the video that I did, you know why I'm laughing. But if you're not familiar, check this out. Oh no, it's going back. This is going back. I don't like that at all. To me, that is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you know, I always say, guys, when we're out there practicing and I tell you to preload, keep it loaded, and I want your RPMs to be a little bit higher because we're going to have fluctuations. We're not machines, right? We make mistakes. We have brain farts, all kind of stuff, right? So I don't want to have to be concentrating to lower my motorcycle on a jack. And with that jack from Harbor Freight, yes, that's what you have to do. You have to, like I said in the video, it's like playing a game of operation. It takes a very steady hand. I did it, Mom. That's $200 for me. No, I don't want any part of that. My OTC jack, I press my foot on it, full pressure, doesn't matter how much pressure, brings my motorcycle down nice and slow. So a lot of you guys, when I was searching for what kind of jack to get, a ton of you guys said J&S Jack, J&S Jack, J&S Jack. I kept reading it. I kept hearing it's not a cheap jack, but you get what you pay for. And I'm a big believer in you get what you pay for. All right, so I'm happy to let you guys know I have a J&S Jack here today. And I'm going to be doing a comparison video between the J&S Jack and my OTC Jack. Okay, and I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. It's down here on the floor. But let me show you guys something funny. I thought it was funny. I want to share it with you. All right, guys, so I took the top off of the box. And this is, it's packed very well, you know, and as well as it's packed, sometimes things go wrong, but we'll see. It's a jack, it's made out of metal, so it should be strong enough. But what I wanted to tell you guys is, as I'm taking the top of the box off, some of these metal pieces came off. And I love my garage floor, guys. I got it redone. But if something silver, like a screw, or in this case, these pins, if it falls on the floor, goodbye, it's gone. So I had to take out my trusty power pick magnet. All right, that's what this is. So let's wait until we hear something go tick. Oh, there's one. I thought it was two. Oh, there's two. All right, and there it is. Two of them. There's one. There's two. I don't want that going into my foot, and I don't want it going into a motorcycle tire, but my foot first. Let's just go around and make sure I didn't miss any. All right, good. All right, guys, so this is what comes in the box. Obviously, the actual jack. I'm assuming this is a foot pedal because it's rubberized on this side. And when I first looked at this, I said to myself, oh, they didn't put anything to give it grip on the part that contacts the bottom of the motorcycle, but clearly I was wrong because I'm used to seeing the ones on the other jack with the grooves on it, but this one is smooth. It actually makes it look better too. And yeah, there's a grip on it, so that's good. And we have some hardware here. Then we have the actual, this is actually the hydraulic part of the jack. That's going to jack the motorcycle up and down. And then some literature, which I'm going to pop open and take a look at it. But so first impressions, guys, before I open anything up or really look at anything, I've already wiped this down. I'm sure it's not a big deal. And if it is an issue, I'm sure J&S Jacks will take care of it. But first impressions, I'm already liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the stance of this jacket. Oh my God, it's heavy, right? And the wheels already, they roll so smoothly. So that's supposed to be one of the biggest features of this jack is when you jack your motorcycle up easily, moving it around, you know. On my OTC jack, yeah, I can move that around, but it's work. The wheels definitely don't roll as freely as these do, but again, I haven't put a motorcycle on this yet, so we'll check that out. I like the fit and finish of it. It looks good. All right, so, and I like the fact that I don't see a crap load of pieces, so it's not going to be much to put this together. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be attaching this right here and then putting this I'm sure this is going to go in the jack part of it, the part that this fits right into, and it should be easy. All right. Matter of fact, these wheels roll so nicely that when I put this on the table, I had to purposely let that portion of the jack the wheels off of the table, because if they're all on the table, this thing wants to move. And I can tell you right now, if I put my jack on this table, it ain't moving nowhere unless I push it. So that shows how freely that these wheels move. All right, let me read some stuff and then get this thing put together. And the real fun is going to be jacking up a motorcycle, seeing how easy it jacks up the motorcycle, how much effort I have to put into doing it, and more importantly, how it lowers the motorcycle. All right, guys, the instructions are straightforward. Like I said, it's not much to this. And as anything I do that has parts, I'm always going to do an inventory check first. You don't want to start doing something and then get into it and realize you're missing something. Very annoying. So, motorcycle lift, check. Bottle jack, check. Foot pedal, check. Spring, check. 2 anti-roll knobs, check, 2 of them. And again, these are going to go right here. And you screw those in if you want to get the wheels off the ground. And you know what? I've never needed that on a jack before. Pretty sure I'm going to use it on this jack, because if I don't want this motorcycle to move, this, you know, I have to test that out and see. Maybe the weight will make it not move as easily, but these wheels, they roll very easily so far. I put it on the ground and it's on the floor and it started moving. So, all right. 2 vinyl caps. It was not in the bag because it's already on the lift. So check. 2 2¼ inch by 1 inch bolts. Check. We got 2 of them right here. And that's going to be to secure the bottle jack on to the lift. 2 1/4 inch washers, check. And lastly, 2 1/4 inch lock nuts, check. All right, so we have all the parts that we need. Let's get it done. This should take like 10 minutes or less. All right, guys, so as I stated, easy assembly. So all I had to do was, there's a screw here, and there's a screw there, and you're supposed to put the screws in from the underside, and then the nut goes on the top. So the screw that's over here, that one's easier to get to on the underside of the jack. This one right here, because of this piece right here, your best bet is to remove this cotter pin, move that nut out your way, and then you have a little more room to work with. But, you know, and you turn the jack on the side to do all of that. Once that's done, it says don't tighten it yet. Then you have to take this piece right here, which originally is down flat. You have to pull it up so that you can put the actual jack part, this part right here, into this part. Then tighten the 2 screws down. And then the only thing left to do is take the foot pedal, stick it through this hole, and then this piece is on the foot pedal. You tighten that down and attach this spring here and here, and you're done. Okay, now I'm gonna take it off the table, put it on the floor, and give you a side-by-side comparison to my current jack. All right, guys, so here are the 2 jacks. This is my OTC Stinger Series motorcycle ATV lift, max capacity 1,500 pounds. And this is the J&S Jack. You know, now that I think about it, and I looked on the instructions and on the pamphlet, doesn't say what the, or at least on that, it doesn't say what the max capacity lifting is, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 1,500 pounds. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm not even going to doubt that. But just by looking at these 2 jacks, you can see clearly that the J&S Jack is wider than the OTC Jack. So let me measure. The J&S Jack is 16 3/4 inches wide. And the OTC Jack is 15 5/8 inches wide. We can see that the OTC Jack, the part that actually goes under the motorcycle, is wider. So that is 3 1/8 inches. And the J&S Jack is 1 3/4. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1 3/4 inches wide. All right, so this is a wider platform to put the motorcycle on. Of course, when you have this, your motorcycle is sitting on this and this, the width is really not that important. The important thing really is the length of it. So let's see. The length of this is on the OTC jack 16 and 7/8 inches. And this one is 16 inches. So the OTC jack, the pads that the motorcycles sit on are wider and they are longer. All right, so let me give you a close-up view of both of the jacks. Okay, so here's a close-up view of the OTC jack. And guys, I forgot to say, I think I paid about $230 for this jack on Amazon. These are meant to secure the jack to the floor. Basically, you screw that down and it will pretty much lift these wheels off the ground, and then it's just being secured by the back wheels and this, as far as it not being able to move. You have tie downs here and here, and then on the back of the jack, here and here. Now if we look at the J&S Jack, I don't see any tie downs on the rear, but there are tie downs on the front. But with the J&S Jack, they actually say right here in the pamphlet, no tie downs needed. And look at this dude sitting on the front of the motorcycle. Wow. Right? So that's impressive. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but it's good to know. Okay, so if we keep looking, those same knobs I was telling you about on these to secure the jack. J&S Jack has it as well. They're bigger, so easier or more user-friendly on the hands, I should say. Okay, foot pedal here, foot pedal here. But here's where the biggest difference is, guys. On the OTC jack, you see this pedal? That's the pedal that I just have to press down with my foot, and that will lower the jack. On the J&S Jack, this has to be released to lower the jack, and same issue, you have to release it carefully so that you don't release pressure and the motorcycle falls too fast. So I have two problems with that. The first problem, of course, you already know. I don't want to have to feel like I'm playing a game of Operation and take it easy, right? But secondly, look where this is located. Like, at least with the Pittsburgh Jack, the thing I had to release was a long handle where I can be kind of like away from the motorcycle. But with this, I mean, unless it's something I don't know, it appears that I have to get under the motorcycle to lower it. And that's, you know, if I lower it too quick, won't I get hit? Can I get hit by the, well, actually, no. What the hell am I talking about? The motorcycle is going to be facing this way. But no, still, you never know, right? I doubt that something could happen, but at the end of the day, if this thing drops and I'm that close to it and I'm down here, my head, you know what I mean? So I don't understand. I'm a little confused by that design. So, you know, you guys let me know if it's something I'm not seeing. Maybe I don't know, but that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. All right. Okay, so moving on. On the OTC jack, here's the safety. And of course, as the jack goes up, it will catch these 4 different positions. And on the J&S Jack, it actually has individual ones. There's one right here for one side, and then another one for the other side. And as you jack it up, you know, it'll fall into the different holes. And on this one, it has 5 holes. And again, this one has 4. So one of the claims to fame for this J&S Jack is how high it goes up. So we're going to test out the differences with the height, the differences with the ease in which to raise them up. Now I'm going to raise them up first without being on a motorcycle, and then of course next I'll put the motorcycle on it. I already know which one's going to take the less effort and mental concentration to lower the motorcycle. That's going to be the OTC Jack. But before we do anything, let me show you guys this. If I put my foot on this jack, press it like that, that's the furthest it's going to go. If I do that with the J&S Jack, that thing, look at it, it's still moving. So I already know it's going to be easier to move the motorcycle while it's on the jack with the J&S Jack than this one. Now some people might say that's a good thing. I don't want it to be able to move easy. But usually that's somebody that's not moving the motorcycle around a lot. If you are, of course, the easier the better. All right, let me jack these up, see which one is easier or quicker or whatever, and then we'll compare the height. Okay, so I'm not going to be comparing these. I'm not going to be comparing them based on ease because I'm going to do it without the motorcycle being on it first. Initially, I want to do everything without the weight of an 900 pound motorcycle on it just to see, make sure everything's working properly. All right, so let me pump this one up. And then we're going to measure to see how high it is off of the ground. Now, of course, this is the jack I've had for about 2 years now. So I know how everything works. I just passed the third safety spot. That's the fourth safety spot. But we're going to raise it all the way up past that just to see how high it goes. But I guess it would make more sense to lower it to the safety spot because that's what you're going to do when you have the motorcycle up this high. You're not going to have it just depending on the cylinder. Okay, so that's all the way up. Now we'll raise this one. So, you know, it's funny. I've never used the things that you screw down to contact the ground so that the wheels come off so it's stable and it won't move. But with this J&S Jack, yeah, I would have to move it because it wants to roll. I would have to use that option. Okay, so I actually went past the safety. So yeah, I have to come down here, let it out to the safety. Well, you know, while I have it up, let me measure it so I can see what the difference is. Okay, so the OTC jack, 16 inches. J&S, 18 7/8. All right, so yeah, it definitely gets it up higher. But right now, I'm trying to lower it, and it's not happening. So with the OTC jack, let me raise it up past that. Okay. The pedal on the OTC jack also seems, you know, a little bit more substantial when you pull it. And that's probably because the spring in here is a much thicker spring, whereas this spring is it's a very small spring. So the pedal just feels more substantial when you press it. Remove the safety. I like the fact that when you remove the safety on the OTC jack, it's one motion and both sides are up. Whereas on the J&S Jack, you have to do them individually. And then I can press this all the way down. And with no weight on the jack just goes down nice and slow and easily. I don't have to worry about how much pressure. I don't have to pay attention to it. It takes care of it for me. All right, and that's something I appreciate. Now on this jack, oh, see what I mean? I have to actually add weight to it for it to go down. And at this point, I mean, I've been screwing this thing so long. I don't even know where I am yet. See, what the hell is that? You hear that? And not only that, guys, this knob that you have to screw is kind of close to the frame. So, you know, your fingers might be hitting that as you're turning this. Yeah, this definitely is not the best design for lowering the motorcycle. Okay, so now that's full. So if I bring that back up. Yeah, and you see this? See how when you're bringing it up, this thing has all this play? And the spring is, you know, that's why this feels a little, you know, it doesn't feel as substantial as this one. You know, it just feels a lot more substantial. Not only that, as I'm raising the J&S Jack, one of these push downs doesn't raise it as much as one of these. All right, look at that. Versus this. This is barely moving it up. Lower it. And then, there we go. All right, see, and I opened that. If there was a motorcycle on that, it would have fell too fast because I opened it too much. I'm just not crazy about that. All right, let me get a motorcycle or motorcycles because I want to. Nah, you know what? I'll use the same motorcycle for both jacks. That's what I'll do. I was going to do two different motorcycles at the same time, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'll pick a motorcycle, put it on here, and we'll try it out. All right, guys, so first things first, ease of rolling it under the motorcycle. No issues there. Go around and check on the other side. It's plenty. And so it's plenty of room, plenty of space to make sure that the frame of the motorcycle is under the jack. And again, this is the OTC jack that I'm using. It's the jack I've had for a little over 2 years. So I know how it, it functions. Nice and easy. All right, so that's past the last safety stop. So then I'm going to use the foot pedal to lower it to that safety stop. And now it's being secured by the safety stop. It's not by the cylinder of the bottle head. And I've done a lot of stuff on this jack. Washed the motorcycle, cleaned the rims. I'm not changing oil or anything like that. That's not me. So no major mechanical stuff. Changing the saddlebag guards and stuff like that, or installing stuff. I've done stuff like that on this jack. Don't really have any worries about it. Now, when it comes to moving this jack, oh man, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's got wheels, so it'll roll, but you're gonna work rolling it. So this is why those screw down knob things, never needed to use them for this jack. All right, so now here comes the part that really, is important to me, and that's when it's time to lower this motorcycle. You guys know I got a phobia now, so I'll raise it up past the safety spot, lock the safety again. Only one side has to be done, and then look, Mom, no hands. I have the pedal pressed all the way down. I stop it when both wheels hit the ground, and then I put one hand on it. Finish lowering it all the way down. Let the motorcycle go on the kickstand. Move the jack out of the way. All right, J&S, you're up. Notice it's not as noisy. Okay. Now with this jack, because it rolls so easily, you might want to screw those things down just to make sure it doesn't move. Okay, plenty of room on both sides, as I knew it would be. So we're covered. And let's start jacking. This one's a little higher, so it starts jacking quicker. And again, I can already notice that with the OTC jack, which with every foot pump, I feel like I get the motorcycle to move up more than with this. So you'll be pumping this one, I feel like, a couple of more times to get it all the way where you want it to go. Maybe I should have counted that to see how long it takes me to get there. Let me put the safety things down again, one at a time. Okay, so they're both in that last thing. Now, if I want to lower it, let me see something. Okay, that's the highest it's going to go. So now if I want to lower this, I can already see it's a little bit higher, definitely. If I want to lower the jack so that it's sitting in the safety stop, now I have to get down here. You guys can't see me now. And lower it. Okay, and now it's in the safety stop. Right, not a big deal. All right. Okay, so now with the jack raised all the way up, look how easy this is to move. I mean, and of course, I'm comparing it to the jack I've had for over 2 years. And that jack was a workout to move. This is just effortless. And not only that, guys, as I'm moving it, and if I'm touching it, I can clearly see that it's more stable than my OTC jack. With OTC jack, if I'm cleaning or something like that, the jack is kind of going like this. But you can see, and if you can't see, I'm sorry, I'm mainly talking about if I'm applying pressure to the back. Like I wouldn't even think about doing this on the OTC jack. Look at this. Applying pressure to the back of the motorcycle, pressure to the front. Like clearly it's more stable. So, wow, that's really impressive. So again, if you know that you want to move a motorcycle on the jack, while it's on the jack, you want to move it around freely and easily. Oh, no brainer. This is it. This is it. And that's the other thing too. If I'm lowering the jack, I kind of want to be standing up. So if something happens, I feel like I'm more prepared for it. But I feel like I'm in a compromised position being down here like this. Because you know how when the motorcycle with the other jack, when it gets down low enough where both wheels touch the ground, then I put my hands on it and then I lower it the rest of the way. Like to do that while down here, it just, I don't know. All right, so let me lower it now. So first I have to raise it off of the safety stop. The individual. And then get down here. Slowly. And I see I can't really, I like to hold this when it's going down. Not all the time. When it gets down to this point. And stop it right there. Now when I stop it, it's going like it almost sounds like. So I'm gonna check with I'm gonna check with J&S Jacks just to make sure, first of all, the liquid that I saw on the side, that's not a problem, and make sure the sounds I'm hearing coming from it are normal. But once it gets here, I can hold the handlebars like I do when I'm standing. Of course, I'd rather be standing. Lower it the rest of the way. You know, I've got my hand on it. Some people might say, hey, you don't have to worry about it if you do it from the other side, and it'll just fall on the jack. I do it from both sides, but I do it from this side more at a time, actually. All right, so I'm going to tighten this back up, roll it out. Yeah, look how that thing rolls. I have to actually stop it. All right, so of course, I prefer to lower the jack the same way I lower it with the OTC jack. Nice and easy, put my foot on it, press it all the way down, it doesn't matter. And it's coming down one speed. It's definitely easier than that Pittsburgh jack, I can tell you that. However, clearly it's not easier than the OTC jack when all you have to do is just press your foot down. So, of course, if I can do everything standing up and using my feet instead of using my hands, that's ideal. I mean, that's what I think most people would want. So, in that respect, yeah, I'm going to have to give lowering the motorcycle to the OTC jack. There's no question about it. And I don't think there's many people that would disagree with that because raising it is easier, I feel like, with the OTC jack, meaning that it's going to do it quicker. And lowering it, which is more important, is definitely easier. I don't know anything about jacks. I would like to assume there's a reason why OTC decided to use that kind of mechanism to lower it. Now, here's what I will say. It's definitely better than that Pittsburgh option because it feels like it's more refined. Like with the Pittsburgh one, I felt like I'm moving it, and then it's like you move a little bit too much. Oh no, boom! You know, where this, if I move it a millimeter, it'll give me a millimeter. You know what I mean? It's more refined, so I feel more secure with that. Comparing it to the Pittsburgh jack, of course, I'd feel better if I can do it standing up versus being down here like this. So when it comes to lowering the motorcycle, yeah, I'm going to give that to the OTC jack. It definitely wins that battle. But when it comes to stability, ease of maneuverability with the motorcycle on the jack, the J&S Jack wins hands down. Also, the J&S Jack comes with a lifetime warranty. And I say lifetime because it doesn't say lifetime warranty in the literature. It says it's warranted for as long as you live. So that's synonymous, right? Lifetime on the lift, 2 years on the bottle jack, right? So that's always good too. You know, you feel like you're buying a good product and it's going to they're going to back their product with something like a lifetime warranty. So again, that jack is $650. It's not cheap. All right. This jack was $200. But things that are really important are, again, stability and ease of maneuverability, but really stability. I've had a bunch of people from my old videos when I jacked my motorcycle up to clean it, and they were like, oh man, dude, you're crazy. I would never lift my jack up past the first safety click. And that's because when the jack is up there on these kinds of jacks, whatever you're doing, the motorcycle is moving so much that, yeah, it scares you, and then you go, screw that, I'm gonna lower the motorcycle. I was never worried about it falling, but I can guarantee I'm gonna worry even less when it comes to this J&S Jack. So I do like this jack. I'm gonna give the J&S Jack the nod when it comes to stability, ease of moving it around, and construction. Yeah, it's good jack. I do like the foot pedal better on my OTC jack. It's a more substantial pedal versus the one on the OTC jack, and it jacks the bike up faster. Each succession of me pushing my foot down raises the bike higher. So the J&S Jack, yes, it goes higher, but I feel like even if it went the same height, it's going to take me longer to get there because it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't move as much going up. So what I will tell you guys is, in honor of our fallen heroes, J&S Jacks is offering 11% off the price of what you buy. And that's going to be until September 19th. All right, take care of that. Use promo code HERO. All right, promo code HERO will get you 11% off, and 11% nothing to sneeze at, especially when you're spending upwards of $650. Okay, so take advantage of that, guys. Also, if you have a J&S Jack, please leave in the comment section. Let me know how long you've had it and what you think about it. Do you think it was worth the money? Do you regret buying it? Are you glad you bought it? I already know for most of you, you're happy that you bought it, and that's why I was looking forward to getting this jack as well. So I do recommend this jack. There's pros and cons to everything, but I do love the fact that it is very stable, very easy to move. The very easy to move thing is big too, because sometimes I felt like this other jack was going to jack up my floors too. All right, so I appreciate that. I appreciate J&S Jacks, Tanner over at J&S Jacks, for providing me with this jack so that I can share it with you guys and allowing me to compare it to my my OTC jack. It's going to win that comparison in my books, right? So a friend of mine already asked me, could he have my OTC jack? And the answer is going to be yes. The website for J&S Jacks is right here. Make sure you check it out. Remember that 11% discount that you're going to get, and using the code HERO. I'm going to put this website as well as a reminder for the promo code HERO in the description section. Check that out, guys. Like I always tell you guys, loads of information for you in the description section of my videos. And what's going to be added to that today is the website, the promo code. Take advantage of it, guys. All right, that's going to do it for me. Guys, spend more time being thankful for the things that you have and less time complaining about the things that you don't. I want to send a special shout out to my brothers and sisters in blue. Please be careful out there, guys, and know that you're appreciated. Special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit, particularly Highway 1, because that's where I worked, and the Highway District. That's where the motorcycle school is. That's who taught me how to ride these motorcycles the way I ride them. But as I always tell you guys, it does not end there, guys. This is a perishable skill. You have to stay on top of this, because if you don't, you'll lose it. All right, guys? So with that being said, practice, 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 practice. Preload and keep it loaded, and practice, practice, practice. Because practice breeds confidence, guys. And a confident rider is not only a safer rider, but a rider that's going to enjoy riding their motorcycle that much more. Riding fast is fun. I want you guys to have just as much fun riding slow. Until next time, guys.